Hello and welcome everybody to Racing Online to round 6 of the ACC GT3 Championship. Today's final round. Going to crown a champion. If I can get this thing going here. I have to hit drive, I believe. There we go. All right, now we are live. So, Barcelona, round 6, infamous track. All the F1 guys practice here. It's a well-known track. We race it a lot here at Sim Racing Online. The original circuit was built in 1991. Began hosting the Spanish Grand Prix that exact same year. It also had the Olympic Games scheduled to take place in Barcelona that year, or the next year, so the circuit acted as a start and finish line for the road team time trial cycling event. It's a pretty amazing place. So, tonight we are going to crown a champion. We have a very tight race going on. Here is a quick look at the points. You will see that we have Bali, who's leading the points by a slim margin, 8 points. And Tomlinson is right on his heels. And then Ekins is just 6 points back of that. So this is going to be a pretty good battle. We have also Selvi and Riva right there within it. And is Riva on board today? I don't see him. He might show up in the time of quali here. This is a 15-minute quali session. So hopefully Riva can come. There's 40 points available for first place. So plenty of room here. There's the, there could be a mistake. The winner could pick up 40 points if one of the top guys doesn't know a DNF. Could really change the outcome of this championship, as we see Tomlinson, the challenger today, just that 8 points back, is definitely going to be going for it. There also is points available for quali and fastest lap in the race, so there's a couple of points up for grabs right there. Let me turn the timing on here, so there we go, it gets some timing. Quick look at the track map. Here is what Barcelona looks like from yesteryear and today. You'll be able to see that the different changes with the different colors there. You can see for the 2021 version, you can see in the green there with the altered little section there in Sector 3. So the track has made some changes through the years, and amazing track nonetheless, as we are going to get focused here on Wally. Here we go. So today we got a 12-car field, expecting a couple of latecomers to show up. Hopefully they'll make it in here before quali is ended, just to get a spot. I'd like to see Riva come back. Riva had a really good series going on here. He's had a couple of bad luck races, but he was right in the mix, as you can see by him being right there in the points. So we shall see. 75-minute race today with the one mandatory pit stop, 4-car change is going to determine our champion. So this is going to be a lot of action. Tomlinson started a timed lap here. 1:44.92, 9:52 by Bali. Bali has set the mark so far. We'll keep an eye on Tomlinson here. Like some others, guys are turning in some laps. Nicholas Mott, he might be a little down in the points, but this guy is actually going to be contending for the lead today. He's got extreme pace and has really come on strong. He's missed a few races. That's the only reason he's back in the points a little bit. So it looks like there might be a little bit of traffic here for Tomlinson, as he is on his hot lap. We will let him finish, and then we will go down the field. So we are coming to you live. We are broadcasting in 1080p and also available in 1440 after it renders on YouTube. So If you're not around and you're watching this after the fact, you will be able to watch this in nice 1440p. Let's get a look at what Tomlinson's looking at here, and this very tight right-hander coming into the last, and then the chicane. Hard on the brakes, dropping down into here, and that last, such a tricky little spot here, just to end your lap and get on the gas as soon as possible to try and get that time in. Okay, he's going to be crossing the line. Let's see where he puts himself. And we have no time. He must have had it off. All right, well, we will get back with him. Let's go. Let's take a look at the leader here. Here's Bali in the Ferrari. He is just starting another hot lap. He's got a 1.2 second lead over second place Ekins for the pole. And I'm looking, nope, Tomlinson's lap did not count. He must have put a tire off somewhere. So we'll look at here. Also really interested to see how Selby does today. Selby also the victim of just pure bad luck in this series. He's had great pace, but has had some unfortunate mishaps as we have gone along here. Excuse me. Also, Geimer, who missed a few events, he is last series champion, Series 1 champion. Simon Geimer, also brilliant pace, but missing a few races has dropped him down this time, which is going to open the door for some of these other guys to actually get a championship trophy this Series 2. The Sim Racing Online ACC GT3 series consists of 4 series. We are in Series 2. They go kind of along with the seasons. Series 3 will be starting up after a short recess. And there is some nice DLC that Kunos, they just dropped the 3 new tracks, Watkins Glen, Indianapolis, and Coda. So, again, this series is for enthusiasts, so any ACC enthusiast is going to have those tracks, and they are going to be included. And let's see what Bali can improve. Best. He is set, what, 2/10 better. Nice job. All right, let's get a look at Selby, see where he's at, driving that beautiful Lambo. Gonna count this guy out as he's coming through Sector 2. Let's get a look at that Lambo, the inside dash. Let's get the helmet view. Nice and smooth, very nice in that turn. And come with this little tricky little section right here. I mean, maybe a little bit of brake. You want to keep it rolling as best you can to get up to this turn here. You need to take this turn at pretty high speed. Once you grind the apex, you're down on the throttle early to give you a nice little burst from this short little straight here. Tomlinson will also be setting his lap. Tomlinson is right on his tail, so we'll get both of these laps as they cross here. So coming out of middle of Sector 3, coming into the twisty, the kink. All right, Tanner will be first to post, and then Andrew right behind him, and we'll see if these guys jump up the time sheets here. Look at that, Selby right to second place, and Tomlinson right to second place on top of him, bumping him to third. So 2 brilliant laps right there by the 2 contenders for this championship, with Bali right on their tails. Still holding, wow, with a 5:44.5, so he has improved another 2/10. Bali has. All right, let's have a look at, it looks like Tanner's going to rest a lap here. The brilliant lap. Let's have a look at Ekins here. Ekins has probably going to win the consistency award for this championship. He's got himself in a really nice spot, sitting third, and he's just been there every race. He's really contended well this season. Oh, and he jumps himself into third, bumping Tanner. with a best of 1:45.542. So just barely up 1 second off of the pace. And let's check out Renus here. Also in the audio, looks like. Missed a few of the early races. He's a newcomer to the series, so we ought to welcome him, and really glad to see this guy joining us. Another excellent driver. You can see he's right there in the mix, just 1.5 seconds off the pace set by Bali. Get a look at that Audi going through the Sector 1 here. This track is, I think most of the drivers love it. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got your high-speed turns, it's got the hairpins, it's got the straightaways. Really a great track overall. It's a little bit technical, so it's tough. This is really going to be a good challenge today to see where these guys can end up as we are closing in under 4 minutes left in this qualification session. A little bit off there. Let's go down and have a look at some of the other contenders here. Plummer, another consistent driver. Andrew Tomlinson's teammate in the other Bentley. He's been holding his own down there for the team championship. So, kept himself in good shape. And then here is Mott again. Let's check Mott. And that one of the 4 Audis in today's race. I'm curious to see where he puts himself. There he goes. Okay, he's jumped up 1.5 seconds off the pace with a 1:46.2 for his best time. And then Vasilis, our local abducted by alien, I got to give it to Demanis. He has participated in every race. He does not have the greatest ping. However, he has not really interfered with any of our driving, but you'll be able to see him floating around and flying through space every now and then. And I congratulate him for being in every race. He's a great participant here at Sim Racing Online. He always comes around. All right, there he is. And then Williamson, Peter, in the other audio. Look at that nice livery on that. Oh, that sparkly front. That is a good looking car right there. Very nice done. Porting his way through. And then local Larry Thomas in that BMW, faithful to the BMW, very good. And then Ed Jones rocking the Merc as he has been all series. These guys are just patiently waiting. They're very happy to start in the back and work their way through the carnage and get a finish out of this. 2 very consistent drivers as well here at Sim Racing Online. These guys always hang in there and pull it through. You know, I love there's no quit in these guys. All right, well, it looks like the leader is in the pits, and we got Andrew gonna give it a run here. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he's within 0.2, really tight. And I believe Ekins is parked. Selby's probably still out there. Selby's gonna try and jump himself up. His Ekins lap actually did just bump him up to 4th. A little bit of delay there on the timing. So there's only about 5 guys left on the track. Williamson will be coming across the line first. Let's see what he can better himself in that Audi. Heading to the line. The 1:47 with his best. Must have had an off on that last one, was a little bit slow. All right, let's get back to Tanner coming around to hit the line. Let's see if he can move himself up. He was in 3rd after a few laps, and did he do it? Oh, no improvement. Excuse me. But he did cross the line with enough time to do 1 more lap. So he's got another shot, as does Tomlinson. This will be his final lap as we are ticking down in the last few seconds of the session. The checkered flag will be out. all laps started will count. It looks like we got 3 guys out on the track ready to go. Andrew coming down in the last shot. Oh, and he's out. Okay. He's out. Let's check Nicholas Mott. He's coming through to see if he can better his position. He does. He jumps up to 4th. Brilliant lap. 1:45.510. Nice lap by Mr. Mott. And Elderbrecht also puts himself up in 3rd spot. Great lap by him. And with 1 guy left, let's see what happens with Tanner. Will be his last chance to dance, get himself up on the podium. And he is calling it quits too. Okay, so it looks like that's going to be it. Uh-oh, he's got the black blink issue. Tanner's posting in the chat, as you can see there. Ugh. That means his video card is acting up a little bit. But nonetheless, there is your grid right there. Bali, Tomlinson, Elderbrecht, Mott, Selby, Ekins, Geimer, Plummer, Damanas, Williamson, Thomas, and Jones. And it looks like Ricardo's not going to make it. He's sitting in 5th right now, so that is going to open the door for these guys to jump up and get some good points here. All right, let's see if I can advance this session along here. Again, I'll give you a quick look at the points again, see where we're at, so you can see the difference here. If I get ready to put this baby into race mode, so there we go. So as you can see, it's really a tight battle with the 8 points separating the top 2 and 6 separating the 3. All right. Hopefully this page will go away. All right, it looks like the weather is going to be slight clouds, a little bit of sun break. Track is optimum, 25 degrees Celsius, and the track itself is 29 degrees Celsius, so we are all within the parameters there that we like to see. This will consist of a full formation lap and a mandatory pit stop. Picture a little better if I move to the back. We are in the Healy camp for the start. Well, look at that. Well, we know we're in Catalona. That's all we're going to see, I guess. There's Bali's car. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. Looks like we're getting some spam in the chat, so that's what you get for turning it on. He's offended by what these guys are doing. A lot of DDoS hacks been going on in ACC, so hopefully they'll leave us alone. We're just a tiny little league, nothing great to destroy here. So, actually, we've lost 2 drivers already. Who did we lose? Selby's gone. We lost Selby. And who else? Well, somebody's just got dropped. Maybe they can get it back in. They've got 30 seconds. Oh, that's a shame. Williamson's still in. Geimer's still in. Ekins is still in. Elderbrecht.
30 seconds.
The Basilis and Tanner. Wow, the 2 guys that were having a little bit of issues, so. All right, we will carry on. Well, that's one of them can get back in. Well, that's a shame. Unless they're stuck in the pits. Let's see. Basilis. Yeah, Basilis is unresponsive to his name. I have them on the broadcast app here. Their names are still in that, but they are definitely not on the server anymore. Okay, we are starting the formation lap. We will carry on. That's unfortunate. Hate it when we lose, guys. Oh, Selby's back. Okay. Let's see. Well, they let him start in the pits. He should be able to start in the pits when the flag goes green. Or the lights go green. Flags don't turn color. So, yes. All right. Looks like he's in the car. He'll have to wait. He will have a red light until they pass. They start finish, and then I believe he'll be allowed to come out. So at least he made it back. Bacillus, probably his ping got to him and might have dumped him. But at least we got one of them back. Tanner's a contender. He can definitely make his way through this field. As the drivers are doing their warm-up lap here. It is a rolling start. 75 minutes, mandatory pit stop. Go down the list here. We got Bali in the Ferrari, Tomlinson in that Bentley, Reynes Elderbrock in the Audi, followed by Mott also in the Audi. Going to be a nice Audi battle up there. Ekins in the Audi. 3 of these Audis in the top 5. That's a good show. And then Geimer rocking the Austin today. Don't leave him out. Geimer is, trust me, he's going to be contending for the win in this race. Plummer back in the Bentley. Williamson, another Audi. Then Demonis is gone. Thomas in the BMW. Jones in the Merc. And then, of course, we got Tanner waiting in the pits for the green in that Lambo. All right. As they make their way down the short straight to the tight left-hander of Sector 3. All right, everybody, thanks for joining us for this final round, the championship round of the ACC GT3 Series 2 Championship at Sim Racing Online. This championship is up for grabs with any one of those top 2, 3, 4 guys there could take it. With 40 points max total for the winner and a few points separate each position, so going to take some doing, but it is possible. They double up now, going into double file, getting ready for the green. Be able to see the lights there. As soon as they hit the yellow line there they go, and we are off. We're racing. It looks like Hamilton makes a move to the inside in that Audi, putting a challenge in as Bali gets dumped to 4th. Elderbrock, brilliant move on the inside, holding it tight. Looks like everybody's through clean. Does everybody get through there? Yeah, we got a couple guys going off another Audi, and that might be Ekins back there. Brilliant start by Elderbrock, putting himself out in front right from the bat. Tomlinson on his heels. As they cycle through, let's get some times up here. There we go. Great start. Let's check on Bali back here. So the points leader finds himself in 4th place. However, this is a long race. He's getting pressure by Mott already. As Elderbrecht, with a brilliant start, finds himself leading this final last championship race. Great start. They're making their way through that kinky section. Grinding into Sector 3 through turns 10, 11, and 12, 13. And we are coming down the home straight for lap 1. There is your lap 1 leader. Eldebrecht, followed by Tomlinson, followed by Ekins, and Bali with almost a 1.5 second gap back to third as the top 3 right there, bending their way into turn 1. Brilliant shop there. All right, then back here we have Mott, Williamson, Geimer, and Plummer following points leader Bali. Then followed by Plummer, Thomas, and Jones. Good show, guys. Here is our leader. Eldebrecht's going through the 5, 6, 7 section. As Tomlinson's taking a look. He's taking a look at the... Oh, we have an off. He's definitely gone off. Wow. Let's have a look at that. Replay. We're in replay. It's 44. Takes a little bit wide. He catches a little curb and loses it. Saves the car. No damage. Makes himself back in comfortably. Oh, no carnage, no damage. Wow. Tough break for the first lap leader. As Tomlinson takes over the lead of this race with Ekins right on his tail as the cars are bunched up behind him here now. Wow, what a great break for Tomlinson. Finds himself out front with Ekins, Mr. Consistency, right on his tail as they go through the final twisties there. Coming down the main straight. Wow, what a change of events there. There's our second lead change. Excuse me. Great stuff. Like it's tough break for Eldebrecht. And where is Eldebrecht now? Battling. Found himself back in the pack a little bit. There must have been some other contact going on there that we missed, but with his pace, he's going to have to work his way back through. He's going to have to catch up to Geimer and Mott, 2 guys that are extremely hard to pass. There's a view from Eldebrecht's cockpit view. That was just a tough break. All right, Ekins, second place. We are 2 laps in and already a lot of action and a lot of stuff taking place here today. I knew this was going to be a tough battle. These guys are fighting for it. Let's check on Sylvie. Sylvie just about almost 4 seconds off of Jones now. Getting himself up. And remember, there are pit stops, so anything can happen. The pit stops are open from checkered, or from green to checkered, so you can stop at any time. So you might want to, try the undercut and see what that does for you. But there's Tanner getting back to the action as we jump back to the leaders here. Coming around again to complete lap 3. There is your order. Bali with that 8-point lead. He's on the brink right there. I believe 3rd place might just give him enough. If he can finish in 3rd, he might get enough of it. Points differences are so slight down the line. So yeah, it's gonna be a battle. Check on this Geimer battle. Geimer putting the pressure on Mott. That Austin has a lot of power, and as we can see, Eldebrecht closing in on these 2 guys. It's going to be a 3-horse battle here within a lap or 2. As they continue to fight in front, Eldebrecht gets to be able to creep up on them just little by little as Mott's defending beautifully on Geimer. Geimer, Team Shark, I mean, this guy is a predator in the water. He's smelling it. He's looking to the inside already. Yeah, it's going to be tough to keep this guy behind you. But I think Mott's got it what it takes. It's just if he can get the horsepower of that Audi and the agility, you keep it in line. As you can see, our top 3 are still in line there. Tomlinson, Ekins, Bali. And here comes the look at the inside again. Ah, Geimer. what Geimer's looking at. It's like coming up to sector 3, right-hander. This turn is so tricky. It's such a momentum killer. If you get it wrong, it's like, and then this little section here, you have to be spot on every time or you're going to lose tons of time. As Geimer gets him through brilliantly. Give him the main straight. Let's see if he can catch up. Mott's built himself a nice little gap there in the twisties. And that horsepower of that Austin. Closes in a little bit. I think this is where Geimer's got the slight advantage in the high-speed turns, and then the Audi has the tight, slow stuff. That's where his advantage. So this is going to be a seesaw battle all day. Let's jump back here to the 8th place battle with Williamson and Plummer. Plummer trying to make a move. He's got Williamson in his sights, staying steady with him. Back to this battle. Mott Geimer battle with Eldebrecht just hanging in the wings there, waiting for something to happen. Okay, this is where I believe Geimer has his shot. He's looking to the inside. Seems to be biding his time, heating up his tires. Looks to the inside. Coming up to this sector 3. Slow section. That big right-hander that will eat you alive. Just missed the apex. And coming down to the kink. He's going to have the advantage in the kink. Geimer way closer this time. He is right on his tail. As they're coming down the straight, let's see what happens. Geimer's going to take a look. He's in the draft. He's going to break to the inside. He's looking for a move on the inside. Side by side, and Mott goes wide, and Geimer takes the spot. So, there you have Geimer moving up a position. Mott's not through with him yet, though. As the Shark takes the position. Let's see if he can hold on. Eldebrecht and that other Audi. Oh, a little bit wide there for Geimer. Had a little bit of a moment, allowing a little bit of room. Mott's got a shot. As Eldebrecht is just putting the pressure on him. You see Eldebrecht's got a little bit of nose damage there. That must have been from his off. As this battle for 4th place ensues. Check the leaders. As you can see them right there. There comes 3rd place Bolly coming through the picture now. This is the tightest battle on the track with the exception of what we have going on in the back where Selvey has made himself up to 9th. Looks like he has gotten around Thomas as he chews his way through this field starting from the pits. Another tough break. Like I said, Selvey has had, if it wasn't for bad luck, he'd have no luck at all. But he's brilliantly paced, and I think he's going to find himself up there in the end after the pit stops. He's just got to stay in there. And Thomas, that beautiful black BMW stealth mode, and Mr. Jones hanging in there in that Merc. Right. As we come across, it looks like we got some fastest laps being set. Look, Bolly did his best lap, I believe, right there. Or 45.5 was his best. His last was the 45.7. So he was definitely green there, as well as Williamson. See Williamson coming through here. He also had a pretty nice lap. His best is 46.3, last of 46.7. So a little bit of action here with Geimer and Mott. Eldebrecht, again, just waiting. He's like, you know, hanging out. Any mistake by either one of these two, and Eldebrecht is going to find, oh, so we've lost another driver. Who did we lose? Selvey. I think Selvey's computer problems continue. I mean, the real drivers have engine trouble. us sim racers, we have PC troubles. So I mean, it's efficient. It's part of the game, but man, you got to have your systems up to date to race these modern sims. They're really demanding on your system specs, and the slightest glitch here and there can be the end of it for you. And it looks like we've lost Selby as well as Dumanis for this final round 6. Unfortunate, but oh, as Eldebrecht again, he loses control. Oh, and he takes out Eldebrecht. And was that Williamson who he hit? Or was that Mott? Mott and Eldebrecht. I'm sorry for the names. It was Mott and Eldebrecht. Let's go back. Let's take a look at that. Okay, we're on a 30-second replay here, so let's get it with Eldebrecht, who's in front. We'll go to the wide view here. Let's jump to the Healy cam and see if we can see what happens here. We are in repair. Oh, yep. Mott just loses it, comes back. Nothing he can do. Eldebrecht, nowhere to go. Both of them find themselves in the dirt. Eldebrecht gets himself back in the mix. Oh, that was really unfortunate. Plummer finds himself up a spot now. As we are back live. Oh, that was a tough break for Eldebrecht. Nothing he could do. He was just a victim of circumstance there. I mean, Williamson or Mott just found himself sideways, and he's got some damage. So it looks like Mott is in the pit doing his repair work. You can see the damage there. Wow. All right. As we are just coming up to a minute, 61 minutes left here. There's your leader, Tomlinson. Got a 3-second gap on Ekins. And Bali is just 1 second off of Ekins there. And then 7 seconds back, we have Geimer. Now all by himself. And we got Williamson and Plummer battling for that 5th place spot. Plummer putting the pressure on Williamson here. That beautiful looking Audi. Oh, very unfortunate for Mott. That was some really good racing going on there. Let's hope he can get repaired and get out of there. Oh man, that was really a tough break. Eldebrecht still in it. He's got a lot of. He's coming in as well. So it is a mandatory pit stop, and they can cover all their bases right here. Like I said, it's open from green to checkered, so all they got to do is make their pit, get their tire changed. As long as he does a 4-tire change, he'll be good to go, as well as get repaired. So let's checking him out. Mott is back in action. Okay, good to see Mott coming back out. He's down 1 lap, but then as you can see, Eldebrecht is going to be in the same boat. Oh wow, what a change of events here. Right, let's go down the top here. Got Tomlinson clearly out front, building a gap, followed by Ekins and Bali. Bali's championship is his to win right here. All he has to do is, I think, finish in the top 4, and I think he might have it. If Tomlinson gets a win, we'll get that 40 points. So that's going to be the difference here. I am going to look up this point split table so we can see exactly what I'm talking about here. I will tell you right now. Okay, first place is 40, second place is 36 points, third place is 33 points, fourth place is 30. So if he finishes third with his 8-point lead and Tomlinson wins, the championship is Bali's. If he finishes fourth and Tomlinson wins, he's going to miss out. It's going to be a 10-point spread covering that too. Ekins, if he finishes second, yeah, anyway, you do the good math. 40 for first, 36 for second, 33 for third, 30 for fourth, 28 for fifth, 26 for sixth. That is your point difference. So, oh, no, I see Eldebrecht, as I was doing that, I see Eldebrecht must have had a speeding penalty because he's got a drive-through coming up now. So, to compound matters, he was off on not on his own. There was really nothing that anybody could do in that situation. Hard on the brakes would not have helped. As Geimer's putting a lap on him, he was just a victim of the power slide by Mott. And that's the story of racing. I mean, you know, like the rest of us love watching real racing as well. You see the heartbreak that this sport, you know, you have to be able to endure the heartbreak this sport delivers on a daily basis in motor racing. At least for us sim guys, you know, it doesn't cost us a dime except for our internet connections and all our equipment. But you know, just think of these $1 million vehicles getting crashed and totaled, you know, on a weekly basis. That's pretty rough. So we enjoy it, we have fun. That's what we're all here for. As you see our leader cross the line, starting lap 11. We are 57 minutes left. That beautiful livery, HSR. At Bentley. See him going through the gears up to sector 1. Nicely done. Second place Ekins. Bali right on his heels. So Bali needs to stay right where he is or even do a little bit better. And with the pit stops coming up, anything can happen. Get a look at Bali's. That Ferrari cockpit is just a gem. Such a beautiful car. Nice stuff there by Mr. Bali. That's the one I'm looking at. There's Roberto. He's a handsome lad in that red helmet. All right. And then we got Geimer. Some 10 seconds off of the podium. But pushing on, and he has no damage, so he's all but any money. He's in hot lap mode right now with a little bit of tire preservation going on. Although, with the 4-tire change, you set your strategy and you can just go through them. If you have an incident, if you get a flat spot or whatever, you got to change them anyway. So there's really no need to save them in the first stint as you're going to be putting them on. It's the second stint that you really got to preserve your rubber. So you can pretty much go deep here. As we check on Jones, sitting in 8th. As Mott gets around him, Mott a lap down from Jones. Mott in 9th has got 1 lap back from Jones. Jones, like I said, man, you hang into this thing, you just never know. You just got to run clean laps, and that's exactly what Ed Jones does. He's a very consistent, steady driver. You can always count on him to finish. We're missing Tanner and Dumanis out of the race. And the Eldebrecht has served his drive-through. He comes out in 10th place, and he's some 8 seconds off of Mott. I believe these two are on the same lap. So, as you can see the gap there, just about a short straightaway. He had that amazing pace, so hopefully he can catch up and make a little bit of contention out of this. And it doesn't look... If you can see the green squares by their names, that's their compulsory pit stop has been completed. So those guys are good to go to the end. Mott and Eldebrecht, good to go to the end. As we take a look at Bali here, chasing down Ekins. Another consistent driver, Ekins. See Bali back there on the straight. Seems like Bali's pretty content to just hang back there and stay out of trouble. As I'm looking at the track map, looking for any battles that I might see that are worthy. Let's check back in with Renus. The victim of circumstance with that brilliant start. No matter what happens in this race, I got to give it to Eldebrecht for that amazing start. Jumping out right from the get-go and taking the lead of this race. And then that unfortunate slip off the curbs, and then one thing led to another. Okay, take a look at Mr. Ekins there. Let's see how the Geimers. That gap continues to grow to Geimer, so I don't know if he is a little bit off pace from these leaders. I mean, it was 10 last time we looked, then it was up to 12. So we are going to see what happens after the pit stops here. Williamson finds himself in that 5th place spot, just cruising. Got Plummer in the distance back there, and then he's got Geimer ahead of him. So you can see he's got about a 6-second gap to Geimer and a 5-second lead on Plummer. And then Larry Thomas, another consistent driver in that BMW. It looks like Mott's going to unlap himself. Thomas will probably just let him go. He knows there's can't fight for position. And with about 50 minutes left plus, he's got a good shot at staying in 7th place, but unlikely. Mott might be able to come around and unlap himself again, but I believe Thomas is going to let him go here when there's a clean spot. But he's going to have to earn the pass to get his lap back. He's not getting a blue flag, so he does not have to let him go. But Mott, it's if I know Larry, the driver that he is, he realizes, and there's a little bit of dirt for him. So Mott's going to get him. Yep, just let him by. No need to fight here. Don't mess up your race. You're in a good spot. As Mott unlaps himself from Thomas. Good job. Right. Back to the Lone Ranger out in front with a 3-second gap to Ekins. Bali. Looks like well, Bali might be kind of closing in there. I think Bali senses, he knows he's got to finish in the top 3 here to keep this championship, get that trophy. The gap has closed a little bit since the last lap. So. But that consistency of Ekins, it's hard to beat because he just doesn't make mistakes. He's just very consistent. You're not going to see him doing anything crazy unless it's a complete accident. As you can see, Bali's best lap of 145. He's almost about a half second off. He's in the 146s on that last lap. They make their way up the hill, sector 1. Meanwhile, back here, I believe Jones and Thomas are battling here now for the 7th position. As the lap cars have gone through, I don't think Eldebrecht has gone through, but you can see him in the distance there. So here comes your 7th and 8th place cars. There's 8th. Then John Rennes just in the background back there. With his pace, he should probably be able to catch these guys in about 6 or 7 laps maybe. Just to unlap himself from these guys. As we are 14 laps in. Leaders coming into sector 3. This parts of this track are so technical. These guys really have to stay on their game. You saw what happened early on, and one false move and that 3-second lead is going to be gone. So Tomlinson doing a great job of just hitting his marks and staying consistent. The Ekins and Bali battles, they seem to be content to just kind of be patient here. It's early in this race, you know. pit stops to go still, so no sense in blowing it all up. Let's check the gap. Yeah, that gap is now 15 seconds, so definitely a different pace here for Geimer in this stint of the race anyway. He's not gaining on the leaders, but he's got a solid 7 seconds on Williamson in 5th place, so 4th place it is. As Williamson with Plummer back there in the background will be his challenge, as these guys are going to battle it out through the pit stops. And there is Plummer and that HSR teammate car, that nice colored scheme Bentley. Beautiful car. There's Mott unlapping himself. Finds himself 1 lap down now. I mean, there might be enough pace left, but just under 48 minutes left. With his pit stop complete, he's going to gain at least 30 seconds plus the drive time for that when the other cars pit. So that'll get him, you know, 1/3 of a lap anyway, 1/4 of a lap up on him. Let's check back with these leaders, how it's Bali and Ekins. The 2 bottom steps of the podium right there, battling it out. And Bali's pretty close this time. Again, I don't think he's going to do anything silly here with so much time left. I think he's just staying right with him. And if Ekins does drop a wheel somewhere, he'll be happy to jump in a spot, but I don't think that's going to happen. But you never know. That's why we have the race. Alright, it's this battle here, 7th place. Jones tightening this up a little bit. He's on 1.3 seconds behind Larry. So he's doing a great job of closing that gap. And Thomas is really not letting Mott get away too far. As you can see him just up there. So I think these guys just keep their consistent ways up, are going to find themselves in good position at the end here. Let's get a look at that BMW as he heads into turn 1. There you can see Jones in his mirrors there. Nice exit turn 3 there. Or they might call it turn 4 with a little bit of chicane, that little twisty. I think this track has 16 turns. I believe there's like 10 to the right, 6 to the left, because they count the little nuanced turns. Beautifully done, that section. Here is Jones. There is his gap to 7th place. Yeah, and Mott seems to be, he's not running away, as you can see him up there. Thomas has actually closed the gap on Mott a little bit, so I think Mott could be in survival mode for this race, but also he has pitted, so he's got to make his tires last in the end. He pitted early, so he might just be pacing himself for the finish, knowing that these guys all have to pit. He has a good chance to get back on the lead lap. All right, with a 148.6 best, and 149 for his last lap there. As we check back with our leader. Built himself up another second there, the 4-second gap. Bali was within a second. That 2nd place spot. Hit these just got to be so patient in this sector 3 part of the track. You know you got the wide open straight coming, but then you have to go down to your slowest speed of the whole lap to make that last section and then be ready to be hard on the gas. The exit is crucial on that last part of the kink to be able to hit the gas on that big right-hander as early as you can to get down and through those gears down the straight. How Plummer's doing here. Oh, we have our first car on the pits of the remaining cars. Williamson heading in. Compulsory pit. This will be a 4-tire change. And usually the guys, you can splash the gas if you want. You can do both at the same time. Some guys like to start light. Curious to see where he is going to come out in regards to Thomas, who should be goes by there. And there goes Thomas and Jones. So they will inherit 6th. And as he comes out, it is about 30 seconds to change the tires. And then the time it takes to drive the pit lane at a crawling, I think it's 30 kilometers. It's extremely slow. I know. So keep an eye on the track map over there. See where it is. It looks like he's coming out now. Williamson is on the move, coming out, and here comes the leader. I believe he's going to stay on the lap. Good job of keeping himself on the lead lap, as he is free and clear. Tomlinson comes through now, so Geimer staying out. So we have our 3rd car that has completed the mandatory pit stop. Williamson finds himself in 8th place, with the rest of the field yet to pit over Mott and Eldebrecht, who had that damage control early on. Battle for second as Ekins maintains the gap. I still believe Roberto's just patiently happy to sit right there. 3rd place finish will give him the championship, as it'll be a 7-point difference, and he has an 8-point lead. So I think he realizes this. He's just got to keep his nose clean and not do anything crazy, and he will get the trophy. Tomlinson is doing what he needs to do. He's got to win this race. He's put himself in a position to do that at the expense of a few mistakes. Eldebrecht, that brilliant start, just hanging in there. Turning 147s now. So again, he is going to make these tires last the rest of the stint, as he had some damage to repair on that early pit stop. Any takers? No more takers for the pits. The Geimer's getting close. Geimer's usually a take it as far as you can kind of guy, and then he pits towards the end. At least that's been his strategy in the last few races. So I don't think we're going to see him coming in. He likes to be light on the gas with fresh rubber towards the end and just push. Really good driver in that last stint, typically. Always has something to say at the end here. As this Thomas battle for 7th here is now closed up pretty tight. As it looks like Plummer, did Plummer get around him? I think, yeah, the leader. Oh, where is Tomlinson? Okay. Oh, what was that there? Jones has a little bit of a moment. Thomas has a little bit of a moment as Jones pulls into the pits. So this will be interesting to see what happens here now. Jones coming in, was just trailing him by, less than a second. As that just crawling into your pit stop, it's like, oh my gosh, this takes forever to get there. The speed is so slow with that limiter on. So Jones is pitting. Battle for a second. It's also Bali's coming in for his stop. So Bali's taking his compulsory. He'll be in for tires. Don't speed, Roberto. Yes, do not speed. The championship is on the line. No mistakes in the pits, guys. Got to keep it real. Nice. Okay, so you can see Eldebrecht about to unlap himself from Thomas here. See, Jones should just be coming out now. Jones is coming out now, as well as Bali. Okay, Jones is out. All right. And Thomas is just in sector 3, so let's see if Thomas pits this lap and it'll be a race out of the pits as they come around. See what he does here. We'll know in a minute here if he's going to come in or he's going to try and stay out on those. And it looks like he's staying out, so we'll push on for another lap. Bali as well is out now. Okay, so Bali comes back out in 5th with pretty much everyone above him yet to pit. So it's all going to be up to the pit stops now. He can at least come out back in 3rd place where he was, or if something crazy might happen. And the leaders are coming in. Here comes Tomlinson now, as well as Ekins. They are pitting together. Smart move by Ekins. Just follow him. In some cases you might want to do what opposite of what the leader does. In this case, these guys are, it's a pit crew racing now. So don't speed. Get mandatory tire change done and get back out there. Thomas. Sector 2 section. About a 23-second gap on Williamson, who has pitted. So the 30-second pit stop plus the drive-through, it's probably going to put Williamson back up in that spot. The Ekins and Geimer still out there. Like I said, Geimer has inherited the lead now, but that gap is going to be hard to break up, and not on the pit stop. It's not going to be quick enough to close that gap. As Tomlinson finds himself coming back out, let's see what position he is going to be in. It's got to do a little bit of an update. I mean, it shows him in 2nd, and that might very well be right where he is. Ekins should be right on his tail. There he is. Behind Bali. So Bali jumps ahead of Ekins in the pits. Wow, let's go back and look at that. Let's get that pit exit. Okay, let's see if we can see Bali passing him. There he is right there. Here comes the pass. This is in the replay mode. And Bali undercut from the pit stop. Worked brilliantly for Bali, who's going to find himself in 2nd place after the pit stops take place. Nice job by Roberto. Nice piece of strategy there to get himself up, to give himself a little more assurance for this championship. That was some pretty good stuff right there. All right, as we go back live, 1.5 seconds. Geimer's now in for his pit stop. So we will see where this puts him at, and I still want to see where is Thomas. Thomas is still out. So Thomas finds himself in 5th, yet to pit. Let's see if his undercut's going to work for Jones. Meanwhile, there's your battle, chasing Bali down. So when Geimer pits, here come the leaders. There goes Tomlinson. Let's get to the Healy cam. Okay, here comes Bali and here comes Ekins. So, and here comes the lap Elderbrecht, I believe, which won't affect Geimer. But good on him for making his way through the field. So Geimer's still sitting in what seems like forever. There, now it's setting itself up as Geimer should be rolling out. Geimer. Williamson finds himself. I believe he's going to get the spot with Geimer. With only Thomas left, yes, he does. You got to wait for the stuff to update sometimes. I don't want to say one thing and find out another, but the pit stops have put Williamson ahead of Geimer. So just like Bali gained a spot, Williamson has gained a spot on Geimer. So this will be a tough fight here now. Geimer's got his work cut out for him, but like I said, he's got low fuel and fresh rubber. So the shark is in the water, and he's going to be hunting down that 4th place position. I guarantee it. And Thomas got hopes and prayers that Thomas has got a drive-through. He completed his pits, but he must have sped out of the pit stop. Lead over Jones. Oh, what the heck happened? I'm sure it was speeding. It's so tough in this sim. You got to make sure you're in first gear. Get that rev limiter on. You can't trust your foot. You got to go with the rev limiter. So this is going to make it really interesting for the for Jones and Thomas. Jones inherited that 7th spot, and it looks like he's going to keep it, as Larry's going to have to do that drive-through, which is just a killer. So that is a shame, man. You just got to be on your game here. Sometimes it's a glitch. ACC has been known to throw you off. But I got disqualified out of the Porsche race on Wednesday night racing. Porsche Cup, you guys get in on that. It's a lot of fun. It was a rain start. And at the end, my tires were about to blow up because the rain had stopped, and I wanted to stop for dries, and I sped in the pits, and I was going so fast that they just straight up DQ'd me. They weren't going to give me a drive-through. I was way too fast. I forgot, and I was in 2nd gear when I turned my rev limiter on, which did nothing, and I was going 50 kilometers down the... Oh! There's a slight miss there by Williamson. Opening the door for Geimer. Anyway, you got to really be on it here. Geimer hunting down Williamson for that 4th place spot. All right, Williamson is going to have to put out his fenders. He's going to make that body as wide as he can, as the shark is smelling blood, and I have a feeling that his next victim is going to be Williamson here. That Austin does have some horsepower, so you're coming down the main straight here. We're going to see what happens. Him in the draft. As we got John Vandergeest piloting our chopper today. You're getting these beautiful camera shots from the helicopter with John Vandergeest as our pilot. Thank you, John. And holding his own up there. It's Geimer's taking a look to the inside. He's got a little momentum coming out of that high-speed turn. Staying on the outside. Williamson's keeping that inside line to protect. It's these big right-handers. He's standing inside. He's got to jump to the outside here. And then one of the few left-handers. He's in good position. It's Geimer's just looking for a way through. This is the battle on track right now, as I'm checking the markers. They've got pretty well spaced, so we're going to stay right here. See what we got with this pass. Oh, Geimer hits a little bit of curb. Oh, maintains it. Great save. Oh, just looking at the outside on the short stretch here. Willison positions his car beautifully to keep Geimer at bay. Beautiful defense into this slower sector 3 section that is just brutal, especially when you're under attack. This part of the track, it's just like, oh, you just have to hit it. It's so easy to make a mistake. You got to hit it perfect every time, especially when you're under pressure like this, because it's so easy just to miss this. Oh, there's a little bit of curve, but by both drivers. Oh, a little bit more curve soon. I'm talking about, there it is. There's the glitch. The door is open for Geimer. He's looking. He's looking. Oh, side by side, it's going to be a drag race. The audience by a nose. Yeah, he's pulling over to defend, and Geimer picks the nose in and goes to the outside. He's going to have it right here. He pushes to the inside. Another beautiful pass by Simon Geimer, Team Shark, and that Austin taking 4th place away from Williamson with a beautiful move. As Williamson's like, yeah, going wide after that. He's probably just like exhausted after that battle. But great job by Geimer. And a beautiful job by Williamson defending. He did what he could. There's really nothing you can do coming down that straight with all that slipstream. I mean, you know, it's just the law of physics. He's going to have a jump on you. So why cause a wreck? Just eat it, take your medicine, and try and battle back and do the same. He's got an opportunity to also get the slipstream if he can hang with him. So hopefully Peter can just keep with an eye on Geimer, who, like I said, he's in that second stint of the race. He's going to be nothing but push from here on out. So I don't see him catching the podium, but you never know. Going to be a tough battle. So let's get back to these guys. As we see, it looks like Elderbrecht has either unlapped himself or is about to be lapped again. We've been watching that other battle, but these 3 guys, we got the 2nd and 3rd place cars here, and I believe they are trying to get by. Elderbrecht is probably getting a blue flag by now, and it looks like, oh, don't cause any collisions there. Come on, guys. There he goes. Okay. Good job, Rennis. You realize you're not fighting with those guys. Or I'm sorry, that wasn't Rennis, was it? Not Elderbrock. It's Mott. I just keep getting these guys messed up. So, Mott, let's go back and have a look at that. It's Mr. Mott. Going to be lapped. We are on replay now. There he is. And he goes wide, and the door is open for Bali, and a little bit of contact there. And luckily for Bali, it wasn't anything severe. I don't think it was anything intentional with Mott. He is a lap down. He's trying to escape himself in there. And it was just a matter of Bali jumping down the inside on him. Mott has to take that part of the apex to keep his car on the track under all that momentum. So no harm, no foul there. Just a little bit of rub. That's racing incident. And luckily, there was nothing came out of it for Bali. And now we are battling here for that could have been the championship for Bali, so we're really glad that nothing happened. Hopefully there's no aero damage, but I don't think there is. As Ekins is taking a look to the inside and does get the spot over Bali. I think Bali just kind of like didn't put up a fight. I believe he knows his position now. 3rd place is all he needs for the championship, so perhaps he's cautioning, you know, error, you know, do not cause an error in the side of caution so that you don't take yourself out after just having a close one back there with Elderbrecht. As we've lost another driver, was it Thomas? I think Thomas, after the drive-through, has either retired or taken himself out. So, good job, Larry, hanging in there. there's probably not much you can do at that point getting to drive through. Although he was ahead of Mott and Elderbrecht, they were still a lap down, so curious to see what happened. Could have been another glitch. Jones finds himself 7th place, Mr. Consistent. About to be lapped by the leaders here, it looks like, within a few laps, as we are just hitting up the 22-minute mark here remaining. All pit stops are complete. There is your leader, Tomlinson. 2nd place, Ecken. 3rd place and points leader, Bali. Followed by Mott. Mott has that 20 minutes left to actually catch Jones. But, oh no, she's got a glitch and off and another bad, oh, what happened there? Did he catch a little curb, knock himself sideways? Boy, I'm telling you, Mott has had a tough race. Same kind of thing that happened in the early laps there, where he had a little bit of a glitch and caused him to go sideways, and that was the contact with Elderbrecht. Cost him a few spots, you know. Again, nobody on purpose has done anything here. It's just what happens when you go sideways in these things. You know, you could just be an innocent bystander and get gathered up by another car. I mean, Mott was just a passenger at that point early on when he had the contact with Elderbrecht. She was just coming across the track sideways, nothing Elderbrecht could do. So, just a racing incident. Tomlinson. Let's check on where Williamson is here with this battle. Geimer pulling away, as you can see. So Geimer definitely on the push. And let's just, for kicks, how close to Bali. Geimer, he's a good half a lap behind. So Tomlinson is going to be a big Geimer fan at this point in time. If there's any chance at all, Geimer's going to have to catch Bali, and he's like a lap down, I believe, almost a full lap, half a lap. When he crosses the line, the 1 lap marker will go away. So he's about half a lap off of that 3rd place to challenge Bali. So there he goes, yeah. So half a lap behind. Bali just has to keep his nose clean for the last 20 minutes of this race, and he is going to take away the Series 2 trophy. But anything can happen, so we're not going to talk too soon here. Is this, wait a minute, what's going on here? Yes, okay, Ekins over Bali, coming up on Jones. Williamson in 5th place, pretty much on his own now. Still will be a nice strong finish for him. Plummer has a shot, being 12 seconds off of Williamson. About any mistake ahead, and Tomlinson's teammate Plummer could move himself up a spot. These guys are looking good for the team victory, I believe, as well, with those points. So this could very well be a HSR team victory for this Series 2 as well. So far out of the race is Selby, Dumanis, and Thomas out of the race. Tomlinson is our leader with an 8-second gap to Ekins, who's now got a 2-second gap over Bali, who is just going to be content, I believe, to finish 3rd in this race, barring any incident. There's Bali. We got Geimer in 4th place. Yeah, it's going to show a gap. They're not going to show a gap in seconds. It's a half a lap. He's a half a lap off. Bali in that 52, as you can see, it's not even, well, maybe it's a quarter of a lap. As you can see, they're both, Bali's in sector 2 and Geimer's in sector 1. So they're about a sector apart. Less than a sector now, as Geimer is crossing the sector 1 line and Bali is halfway through sector 2. So it's not impossible, but it's unlikely. Bali, just keep your nose clean. Keep that car in one piece. It looks like he's just babying that thing around now. Just like hit your marks. Finish the race. And HSR team is rooting for Team Shark right now. Anything to get Bali one position back, and the championship will be Tomlinson's. So I'm sure there's a lot of HSR fans that are rooting for the Team Shark right now at this point in time. And Williamson, Jones, that consistency is paying off for him as he finds himself in that 7th spot. As the leaders are coming through, I'm sure he's getting the blue flag from Bali now. Let's make sure Bali gets through this clean. You don't want to have anything throw this thing sideways. And Jones, one of the cleanest drivers, I must admit, at Sim Racing Online. Definitely one of the cleanest drivers that we have. Really fun to race with him. He and I always have the same pace, so whenever we're racing, it's always a nice battle between us. Really enjoy racing with Jones. He's a good guy. Here's Mott. What's going on here with Mott and Elderbrecht? Are these guys might be racing now? I believe these guys are on the same lap. So the guys that had the worst incidents of the race and the worst luck are having a nice race at the end here. There's always some place to race. You know, that's the cool thing about sim racing is you don't have to finish first. You know, you can have some great racing wherever you are. And I believe that these guys are in a battle right now for that 8th place. Elderbrecht holding on. And Mott, he's got a chance to get a spot back here. However, Elderbrecht is in the position he's in because of the unfortunate incident due to Mott, no fault of his own other than going sideways and coming across the track as a passenger. It looks like the pace of these Audis is a little bit similar. Mott seems to have a little bit of an advantage. I can't remember who pitted earlier, might have fresher tires, but let's see what happens here. As this is the tightest fight on the track right now. Picks up a little bit on the slipstream with our pilot Jean van der Geest. Elderbrock holding his own. Oh, he's looking to the inside. Elderbrock holding position. Takes the wide road. This is a really tricky section here. This is a good spot for an overtake. Coming up into the tight left. It's hard on the brakes to hold his apex. This is where Elderbrock had his first incident, which cost him the lead. And there you can see he's got a little trouble there as Mott gets around him. So you see that's a little bit of the tricky spot there. For it could be something with his setup. But definitely had trouble there when he had the lead of the race in the first 3 or 4 laps, and he also just gives it up right there. So there, well, let's see now, is he a lap down? Elderbrock, nope, they're good to go. Mott has taken the position away. And Jones is next in line, but I believe Jones, yeah, still has a lap on these guys, I think. Probably not too far ahead of them. And Yeah, there they are. As Jones is taking turn one, these guys are coming down the straight. So they can, with 13 minutes left, it's highly unlikely they're going to unlap themselves from Jones. But nonetheless, they're having a great battle. As Geimer, fourth place Geimer is coming up on these two too. So there might be some blue flag stuff going on here as we get Geimer around that gap to Bali. Closing ever so slightly, but with just under 13 minutes left, I don't think there's enough time for a threat to Bali, unless Bali has an off. I mean, this is where it's crucial. He's got to keep his nose clean from here on out, and I believe the championship is his. See, it's a lonely race in third place right now, as he's definitely just in preservation mode. All he's got to do is finish right where he is. Ekins, a strong show again today in that second place slot. Tomlinson has been the driver of the day so far, just being able to pull away despite the awesome start by Eldenbridge. No, A-N-G-E-L, Engelbrecht. I know I'm butchering your name, so I apologize, but just get with me in the on TeamSpeak or Discord, and I can get the pronunciations right. So I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but I like it. Engelbrecht. Regardless, he wins the start of the day for sure. Had the greatest start coming and bringing his way up, getting the lead in that first lap. So as the cars are pretty spread out here, we got this little bit of traffic going on here. We're going to have some lap cars, so we'll keep an eye on this. Everybody else is pretty spread out as we are in the last 10 minutes of this race. Blue flags for Geimer on both these guys. They should be letting him around here. Because Elderbrecht has gotten back around Mott, so Mott must have had another off that we missed. I'm not going to hit the replay on that one. But as we were watching the leader, it looks like Mott must have had another off that got Elderbrecht back in that 8th place spot. As Geimer now is about to be held up. It's such a tricky part of the track, though. Until you get to the straight, Geimer can get his way past these guys. Again, I don't think there's a chance for him to catch Bali anyway with under 10 minutes left. But nonetheless, this guy should let him go down the straight here, unless he just decides to be happy behind him. There's such a battle going on that you know, nobody wants to pull over. So Geimer's got to realize these guys are fighting for position. So yeah. There's no penalties awarded for blue flags from the server or anything, so they're good. Okay, Geimer gets by Mott. And then Renus, I'm sure we'll let him by. There he goes. Let him, is he on the inside? Yep, there he goes. Okay, so back to racing for the 8th and 9th spot. As Geimer's through, these guys can continue this battle, which looks like it's a good one. So let's stick here with these guys. And this is Renus's little tricky spot. Same spot. I got through there. Sector 3, he's okay right there. Got my sectors mixed up. Coming up into Sector 2. Just checking the position markers. I don't see any other fights going on. So the fight for 8th and 9th is our battle right now. as Tomlinson, Ekins, and Bali holding their first, second, and third spots, with Geimer just clearing this traffic, sitting in fourth. A good sector behind, as Bali has taken the cross the start finish, with Geimer in sector 3 there. So still a huge gap. Can only be made up with an incident. So let's just see what happens with these two Audis going here. Engelbrecht, perhaps that's how you pronounce it. I don't know, but I do apologize for butchering it up. But Rennes, Mott with the draft, he's going to look to the inside. As he takes a peek, he's going to get him. Engelbrecht closes the door. Engelbrecht. Maybe that's how it's pronounced. Take a look at what Mott's. It's like the intense battle going. Okay, this is where Rennes has had trouble in the past, right? This little exit here. Sucker tight turning on those curbs is a little tricky, so he gets through really nice that time. No issue. So I'm sure that's going to keep Nicholas behind him. We're coming up on the 6-minute mark. Lap 39 is underway from the leaders. Geimer, you can see pulling away from these guys. Anything else interesting on the track map? I think this is still the race. As Elderbrandt goes a little wide there, open the door again for Mott coming to the inside, and we have another change of position as Mott squeezes his way back into 8th position. So now can Rennes hang with him and struck back as the battle of the Audis continues. Coming into the last section, into the kinks, and Rennes takes a look at the inside. It's going to be who gets on the gas first to get that good exit. Can he close the gap down the straight here? Oh, he has a little bit of curb action. That didn't help. He's got enough time left to regroup. So Mott takes the spot for this lap. These guys are taking it back and forth here. You're approaching the 5 minutes remaining mark. Let's take a quick look down the line again as these guys, is he closing the gap a little? See what happens here in this little section, and then we'll take a look at the leaders. This is the tricky part of the track where Rennes had his issues, and now Mott's in front, so let's see what happens. A little bit too much. Rennes up, got through there nicely again, so we can stay with him there and apply the pressure as Andrew finishes lap 39 and starts lap 40 in the lead. He's got that 9-second gap on second. And there's Ekins all by himself in second. And Bali just all by himself in third. So these leaders are really spread out. Last lap, he's, his best was a 145. He's turning 148s now, so there you have it. Geimer. Oh, what do we got here? What's going on? There's another pass taking place. Elderbrecht gets back by. All right, let's go back. Let's go back. We got 10-second delay. Here's the outside. Okay, Mott gets a little bit of curb. Rennes takes over again, so the battle continues back and forth as they're battling down the straight. If we go back to live action, it's a drag. It's the Audi drag races here at Sim Racing Online. Mott takes it again. Elderbrecht looking to the inside and is coming on the slipstream, and Mott shuts the door. These guys are battling it out the last 3 minutes of this race, back and forth and back and forth. The rest of the field is just spread out. These guys are just duking it out for the top 10 finish. Really good racing here. Rennes, I think, deserves a little payback after being, you know, taken out by Mott, which was unintentional, just a victim of circumstances. So we'll see what happens here as the battle of the Audis continues for the last 3 minutes of this race. Oh, Rennes, a little bit of curb there. We have any other battles going on? I'm looking at the track map. You can see the leader in the triangle there, and the gap to second and the gap to third is just immense now, as these guys are duking it out. Oh, Rennes, another twisty. That, you know, the tire wear could be coming into play here. It's getting a little slippery out there for these guys. If we can stay with them here, this is so crucial right here. Get on the gas early on this apex so you don't have to lift on the exit. You can hold your speed. So let's see if we can close that gap. As we hit the 2 minutes to go mark. I believe the next time the leader crosses the finish line, he will be on the last lap. Oh, it's Mott goes to the inside. As they exchange through the scissor. Rennes taking a look. Just got to stay with him right here. And this little tricky spot. Anything can happen here. There you heard it from the race steward. The leader is on the final lap. So I think these guys are going to cross and have one more as they're going to finish ahead. They're going to cross way ahead of the leader, so they will get one more lap after this to duke it out. Williamson in the fifth place car closing in on these guys. I don't think they're going to need to cause any ruckus here, as these guys are definitely battling. As Rennes has the inside line, he takes a look to the inside. It looks like they're going to get it again. Oh yes, as Rennes gets the tight turn, he's on the inside. Beautiful positioning there. Gets the position back. It's going to be with one lap to go. Rennes taking that spot. Let's be on the exit here. Get on that gas and do not lift. Hold that curb. Oh, stay out of the dirt. Woo, both of them. So tit for tat there. Let's see if Nicholas can close this gap with a slipstream. They are getting the blue flag from Williamson, but I think we got to let these guys race. Got to let these guys race. They are battling for position. As you can see, I believe Plummer back there too, Team HSR. And we're going to switch really quick to Tomlinson as he is coming through the last section. And he is going to take the checkered right here. Here is your race winner on the final turn. And then we will get back to this battle. So there is your winner, Tomlinson, taking the win of round 6. And then back to these guys. See if Elderbridge can hang on. Here comes Ekins to take second. Beautiful job by Mark. Very consistent run. And then Bali's going to take the championship with this third place finish. But let's check back on these guys. Okay. Looks like Rennes is going to have it back to Bali, taking the turn 16 for the final time as he crosses. This is going to be your Series 2 champion winner right there in the Ferrari, Roberto Bali. The third place finish, I believe. We'll have to wait till the points tally up, but I believe that's going to give it to him. All right, let's get back to this battle as they're in Sector 3. Geimer's going to come across. Jones is going to finish 7th. Jones is finishing 7th. Geimer comes across in 4th. Williamson is going to get 5th, right behind these guys. And it looks like Rennes is going to hang on to that with a last-minute effort, maybe from Mott. Oh, it's going to be a drag race. The quick line quit. And Rennes finishes 8th. Mott 9th. Jones is 7th. Plummer in 6th. Great job, guys. Wow, that was a lot of exciting battle. Even though it was a backmarker battle, that was a really good battle as the leaders ran away with it. Oh, excuse me. And there you can see the officials finishing right there. Tomlinson, Ekins, Bali, Geimer, Williamson, Plummer, Jones, Egelenbrecht, Reynes, we're calling him, Nicholas Mott in ninth, Larry Thomas, and Selby and Demonis, the 3 cars out of the race. What an awesome race today, guys. That was really a lot of fun. Good job was had by all. Let's go. Let's check out the timetables here. Excuse me. Just look it up. Be able to click on these and get you the fastest laps, but that's not working. But there you can see 42 laps in. And then there's your total time. And what a race today. Thanks for tuning in. The points will be up within the next 24 hours. You'll be able to check it all out from there. Again, appreciate you hanging with me, watching through this series. Series 3 will be starting in a couple of 3 weeks. And I look forward to running some of the new DLC from Seta Corsa. So until then, thanks for joining us. And I hope to see you on the next one.